Abhinav to move forward and present your idea. Yes, Abhinav.
My name is Sabina, studying in St. Thomas Residential School, 7C. My idea is about pest control. So, what are the topics I am covering in this PPT? Things that are needed for my idea, significance of each equipment, drone control station, how my idea works, gains and setbacks of my plan, and the future scope of pest control. Okay, so the things that are needed for my idea. For my idea to work, four main things that are needed. A drone, a thermal imaging device, a drone control station, and a plant-safe bug spray. So then the significance of each drone. A drone can be used to fly around a given place, and it also helps to carry the equipment. And the 360-degree thermal imaging device helps to detect pests among vegetation. What the bug spray does is, when a pest is detected, the drone flies near it and sprays with the help of motors. Drone control station. So the drone control station helps to control the flight of the drone. It also helps the bug spray. It also helps to control the spraying of the bug spray. It also helps the thermal imaging unit to scan for pests. Exactly how my concept works. In the last slide, we saw that the drone control station controls the flight of the drone. So when the drone is airborne, the thermal imaging unit scans a place for heat signatures physically from the drone control station. If heat signatures are picked up, the drone will go near it and spray the bug spray. Gains and setbacks of my plan. The gains of my plan are it will help exterminate the pests that will do no good to the environment. It will also help plants grow faster, which will make the atmosphere less spoiled. Setbacks of my plan. Many assets will be used in my strategy, and if we do not have a proper identification system, can also kill the decent insects. Future scope of pest control. The identification system will be better and will not kill the reliable insects. All the gear will get enhanced so that the whole plan becomes more resourceful. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you so much, Abhinav, for such a wonderful presentation and your innovative idea and presenting it to in front of us. Next, I will be asking Aisha to move forward and present your idea. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So let's go with Anaga. So Anaga, I'll be spotlighting you. You can go on with your ideas. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Anakai. I'm a 7th standard student of St. Thomas Residential School. Today I'm going to be presenting about a way to reduce plastic pollution. The contents of the presentation are how I got this idea, main things needed for the procedure, how the procedure can be carried out, and some advantages and limitations we might find with my idea. The problem that I took for this presentation is plastic pollution. I thought of recycling plastic, but I wasn't sure how to. But one day when I saw a plastic bottle beside a pile of clothes, I thought of why not convert plastic into clothes. But I wasn't sure if it would work, so I did some research and found out that it's actually possible, and this is how it can be done. The main things needed for the procedure. Truck for collecting the plastic bottles to the factory or the producing factory. Cleaning devices for cleaning the plastic bottles, shredders for crushing and breaking down the plastic bottles, boilers for melting them, and loom to make the fibers into clothes. How they can be made. First of all, the plastic bottles are collected, compressed, and packed into and shipped to the processing factory. Then the plastic bottles can be melted into white round balls. These molds are again crushed and spun through shower-like nozzles that results into viscose yarn. These yarns are used to weave fabrics and finally end up into a piece of clothing. This process also consumes 30% less energy than garments which are made from conventionally manufactured polyester. But you must be wondering, wouldn't it be uncomfortable to wear something made from plastic? The answer is no. In fact, there is not much difference with respect to quality or texture between normally made garments and plastic and clothes made from plastic. And recycling plastic reduces air, water, and land pollution. Thus, buying products made from recycled plastic bottles indirectly help to create a sustainable life and environment. Some advantages of this idea. The waste bottles dumped into the landfills can be reduced. The used plastic bottles which are turned into fabrics are recyclable and they generate less pollution to the environment. They are equally comfortable as the normally made garments. Some limitations. Some of the plastic bottles can contain harmful substances as they are being collected from landfills and may carry some diseases. And if they are not properly cleaned, they might be able to spread diseases and infections. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I hope you enjoyed it and wishing you a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Anika, for presenting your wonderful idea with us. So now let's move on, and I will be asking Anjali to present your idea in front of us.
Good morning. My name is Anjali. Good afternoon. My name is Anjali Sarah Matthews of Class 7A St. Thomas Residential School. My topic's name is Why to Sanitation, Construction and Maintenance of Temporary Washrooms. Context. Introduction, the solution, design of temporary toilets, the manufacturing process, my innovation, byproduct waste, maintenance of temporary toilets, your job done right, advantages and difficulties. Thank you. Introduction. Why I took this topic? Because whenever we travel, lack of toilet forces us to hold urine, which can lead to many health problems. Due to lack of the toilet, people are seen contaminating public places. Although Supreme Court has given many verdicts regarding maintaining public toilets, there are many toilets, but they are not at all maintained. So let's look to the solution. The solution are constructing of temporary toilets, constructing and maintenance of toilets in parks, petrol pump, government office, and other public places, including churches, temple, etc. Panchayat or municipality should regularly maintain these public toilets. Court should also assign a volunteer to inspect these toilets. Design. The main component of the temporary toilet is lightweight sheet plastic such as polythene. A pump and holding tank form the temporary sewage system. The facility is also equipped with a chemical biodegradable supply. The toilet may have self-cleaning system. The manufacturing process. The toilet unit is comprised of rigid, lightweight sheet plastic which is formed into a box-like structure and secured with nuts and bonds. The top sheet contains an opening for the placement of the toilet tank. The toilet tank is also made up of lightweight sheet plastic. A conventional toilet seat made up of plastic is placed over the toilet bowl with connected to the assembly with hinges. Many ready-made toilets are available, like Syntex company provides durable and cheap temporary toilets ranging from ₹5,000 onwards. My innovation. Self-cleaning toilets includes a design element wherein the toilet has a function that cleans and disinfects the toilet bowl without human scrubbing. Specialized cleaners and coating materials are used. A specially designed toilet bowl limits the number of creases where human waste can accumulate with self-cleaning toilets. And it also has a non-porous finish glaze that further deters human waste from being uniform. Further deters human waste from getting where it should not. Higher water pressure. The toilet bowl may contain a small brush on sides which may rotate while flushing. Advanced cleaning elements used. The toilet may use activated UV rays or steam to interact with the cleaning solution in the water and the bowl's photocatalytic ceramic cast. Battery or electricity will have to be used for the above process. byproduct or waste. The contents of the temporary toilet holding tank must be disposed of in accordance with state and federal environment regulations. Typically, the chemical used to sanitize the temporary toilet facilities are biodegradable and thus are not subject to any special disposal requirements. The waste in the holding tank must be disposed of like any other form of sewage, which is subject to local, state, and federal regulations. Maintenance of temporary toilets. Temporary toilets maintenance activity have the potential to release pollutants such as bacteria, organic matter, disinfectants, and suspended solid that is spilled or deposited improperly. These contaminants can pollute our local creeks. The most important thing to know about sewers and storm drain is that they are two different systems. When waste or rainwater is discharged to the street, gutter, or paved surface, it flows into the stormwater drainage system. The stormwater drainage system consists of street gutter, inlets, catch basins, and ditches. Many people believe that the stormwater gets clean, but it does not. Rather, it flows directly into our creeks, rivers, lakes, and the ocean without any treatment at all. Only the water that goes down the sink toilet into an oil water separator or another inside drain flows to the wastewater treatment plant. Toxic material cannot be discharged to either system. Your job done right. Pump out service for temporary toilets shall be conducted in a manner that prevents the release of sewage or wash water to the storm drain system and creeks. If the temporary toilet is located on dirt where rinse water would not reach any storm drain inlets, ditches, creeks, or pavements, then the rinse water may be allowed to soak into the soil. Minimal water and cleaners should be used. Place temporary toilets away from storm drain inlets, waterways, and areas with high weighted traffic. Post signs with company contacts information for reporting the need for cleaning or repair. All chemicals and cleaning agents must be securely stored on trucks. Maintain all hoses, couplings, tanks, etc. in good condition to prevent leaks in spill storage and maintenance facilities. Inspect all temporary toilets stored at your facility regularly. Maintain all temporary toilets in good condition to prevent leaks or spills. If damaged, toilet must be repaired or replaced immediately. A few advantages are listed below. They can be easily transported. Temporary toilets are easily transported and relocated. They are long-lasting and durable. If bought from a credible company, you could get at least years of warranty for the toilet. They are highly durable and can last for a long time. They can withstand any weather at any given and give you a good value for money. It's cheaper to buy a temporary toilet instead of building a whole new one. Difficulties. Quality. Sanitation facility must be hygienically and technically safe to use. To ensure hygiene, access to water for cleansing and hand washing at critical times is essential. The price of sanitation and water service must be affordable. Acceptability. Sanitation facility in particular has to be culturally acceptable. This will often require gender-specific facilities constructed in a way that ensure privacy and dignity, developing civil sense in children and adults. This disposal of waste water. Two ways can be used. An underground sewage system tanks can be used to collect, or in cities, the drainage system can be used. Availability of water. Water can be from town supply or rainwater harvesting. I would like to express my special thanks and gratitude to my mentor, Ms. Mahatma, our principal, Mr. Babykutti P. Raja, as well as Atal Tinkering Lab Group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anjali, for your wonderful presentation. Next, I'm going to ask Pooja to go forward and present your idea to us. Yes, Pooja.
Good afternoon, all. I am Pooja L. Arun, and I am studying in 7th standard in St. Thomas Residential School. My topic is about automatic fire detection and reporting system. So let's move on to my presentation. Automatic fire detection and reporting system. The contents are introduction, motivation, ideal strategy, implementation plan, benefits and limitations. Now let's talk about introduction. This project aims to build a system to warn the people when leakage of cooking gas, smoke, or other fire-related emergencies are detected in our houses. Alarms will be activated automatically from smoke detectors and heat detectors, and also send SMS and calls to the occupants and fire stations. Now let's talk about my motivation. I have witnessed a fire accident near my neighborhood due to the leakage of gas. It was really a tragical incident. After that, from the newspaper, I have read many scary and frightened fire-related incidents happened in houses. The main after effects of fire incidents are injuries and death, damage of property. Then I thought how to bring a solution for avoiding this type of incidents and comes up with this idea automatic fire detection and reporting system. Now let's talk about the ideal strategy of my project. I aim to build a system which will detect the leakage of cooking gas, smoke, and temperature. If the system detects any gas leakage, the system will alert the occupants about it by SMS or phone call. In case the system detects fire, it will alert the occupants via SMS or email and the nearest fire station along with the coordinates of the fire location. This system will also be useful to start the fire prevention systems like sprinklers to extinguish the fire. Now let's talk about the components of my project. In this slide, I will explain about the working of automatic fire detection and the essential components. Working of automatic fire detection and reporting system. The system will have three types of sensors. First is LPG gas detection sensor. Second, smoke detector. Third, temperature sensor. These sensors will be located within the house at strategic points where the chances of catching fire or gas leak is more prone. Once the gas leak is sensed, the sensor will send the signal to the IoT device either in wired mode or wireless mode, where it is processed and the message is sent to the concerned person through SMS or email or phone ring alert, and a sound alarm will also be triggered. In case of smoke alert, which happens when a substance catches fire, the alert will be sent to the IoT device where the signal is processed and sent to the concerned person and the fire station. The message will have the location details like GPS coordinates and contact person of the house. IoT device will be provided with SIM or Wi-Fi connectivity where it will be programmed to send the data to the concerned person. Once the smoke detectors are activated, the sprinkler or sound alarm system, if installed at house, will be activated to extinguish the fire. This picture explains about the essential components and connectivity of the components. This is the sensor which is connected to the IoT device either in wired mode or wireless mode. And this is the IoT device through which this is the IoT device where the program is installed. And this is the network through which IoT device send a message or phone ring to the occupant and fire station. Now let's see the challenges of this project. Functioning of sensors, availability of Wi-Fi or mobile data connectivity, the time delay in receiving the SMS or email, the technical challenge at fire station on processing this data. Now let's talk about the benefits and limitations of my project. The advantages are early detection, avoid smoke inhalation, 24/7 monitoring, easy and affordable. The limitations are detection of smoke or a fire is done by zone, which could be multiple areas rather than specifying a specific location. Wireless fire alarms have range restrictions. Transmitting of information through wireless depends on data connectivity. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and a special thanks to Ms. Mahima ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Yep. So thank you so much, Pooja, for sharing your wonderful idea with us. Next, I'm gonna ask Lena to go forward and introduce us to your idea. Yes, Lena.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lena and Varghese from St. Thomas Residential School, Class 7. I'm here before you with a unique project called Save Earth. My intention of this idea is to save fossil fuels. Through this project, I will show you how to save fossil fuels. In this idea, I will talk to you how I came up with this idea, things we need for this idea, process for this idea, advantages and limitations. How I came up with this idea. Last month, me and my mother went on shopping and realized that a vehicle is running out of petrol. So we went to the petrol pump and filled our vehicle with petrol. After that, this month also we had to fill our vehicle with petrol. To stop this, I thought it's all because the vehicle is running on the road. And I thought that why can't the road run for the vehicle? I think this idea was great. So I was thinking, why couldn't we build artificial roads as highways and make it move? Things we need for this. For this, we need artificial roads. The material will be plywood or plastic, solar energy, concentrating solar thermal power, CSP. The material of the road will be of marine plywood as it has good protection against heat and condensation. And it is the strongest plywood. We can also use plastic as in many places plastic roads have been built up. Process for this. First of all, we have to create artificial roads with plywood and make it move in different direction by solar energy. And of course, this project can be performed only in highway routes. And we can use concentrated solar thermal power, CSP, for preserving the solar energy and use it at night. The advantages and limitations. The advantages is we can save fossil fuels. We can save fossil fuels such as petrol and diesel. Noise pollution will be less as the roads can be used as elevators. We can make use of solar energy. Limitations. Invest of money will be large. To avoid this, we can even use plastics. People have to work hard. And we can also make the robots work so the people's effort and strength will not be wasted. So my dear friends, hope you liked my presentation and will try to save our earth through saving fossil fuels. So I request you all to use bicycle and walk for a smaller distance, and will try to save fossil fuels until this idea isn't implemented. I would like to thank Ms. Mahima ma'am and my ATL team, and also my dear friends for their patience listening. Thank you and have a fabulous day.
Thank you so much, Lena, for sharing your wonderful ideas with us. Next, I'm gonna ask Aisha to go forward and present your idea with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Can you share the video?
Sure. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Aisha and I study in 7th year of Internal Residential School. I feel it is a project that helps veteran people call others for as help, which is called Help Caller.
Aisha, your voice is a little feeble.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're audible. You can move on.
Hi, my name is Aisha and I study in 7E of St. Thomas Residential School. I came up with a project that helps bedridden people call others for help. It is called Help Caller. So the contents are what it does and what are the materials we need, how to set this up in your house, how it will help the society, and advantages and limitations. The materials we need is a primary power supply to be used when there is no power cut or anything like that. Next, we need a backup power supply in case to be used when there's a cut, and a mobile app to connect it to your house and also to activate voice when people can move a bit. What it does. This helps bedridden people call others for help. So this gonna be a switch near the person's bed, and when it is pressed, an alarm would go out and someone would come to help them. And it is also voice activated for people who can't move at all. How to set this up in your house is that so other family members should put up the alarm in the house and switch near the bed and have to be connected through a mobile app. Ma'am, the next one. How I think it will help the society is that for people who's bedridden, I've seen a lot of cases that people have to throw stuff on the floor in order to want someone to help them with something. So if this is in their house, such houses with this kind of people, it will be helpful for them to call others for help, and the switch is going to be near their bed so that the person does not have to strain in forward to press it. And for people that can't move, they could just say something and others would come help them. Some of the advantages and disadvantages is that this is going to be a problem for others because the alarm may be too loud and it may disturb your neighbors or someone like that. And this way it will be much easier for others to call you for help. And last, I would like to thank all of you for giving me my time, and thank you, Mahima ma'am, for giving me an opportunity. With this, I end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for presenting your wonderful ideas with us. Next, I'm going to
Thank you,
ask
ma'am.
Joshua. Yes, thank you so much. Next, I'm going to go ask Joshua to go forward and present your idea with us. Yes, Joshua.
So could you see?
Yeah, I can see it.
Good morning, teachers and my dear friends. Today I'm going to present to you about dissolvable plastic. When I was in the beach, I saw this. When I came home in the news, this is what they were showing. Animals and birds had died because of this plastic pollution. Almost 300 million tons of plastics are produced every year. 50% of the plastic is single-use plastic. We can use them only once. We use this once for a few seconds and throw it away. And it stays in nature for hundreds of years without being dissolved. And that night I was thinking how we could stop this pollution of plastic. After a while, I thought that we can make a plastic which is biodegradable. I searched in Google and did a research using polyvinyl alcohol, PVA in short, corn oil and starch. We can make a biodegradable plastic. You need polyvinyl alcohol, PVA, in short, corn oil and starch to make this. Many places in Asia, this plastic is used. Now this plastic can be dissolved in water and we can drink it also. I prefer whoever is watching this right now should use this plastic because it can save many lives. We should recycle as much as possible. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you Mahima ma'am for helping me to prepare the presentation. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for sharing your wonderful ideas with us. Next, we
Thank
will
you.
go with Alan. So, Alan, I'll spotlight you. You can start. Yes, Alan.
Good morning. My name is Salah MJ from St. Thomas Residential School. Teacher, can you see?
Yes.
Today I am going to share the topic of alerting system for bus drivers. The contents are why I took this project, innovations, advantages and difficulties that my idea might face, how sensor works. Why I took this project. I heard that bus accidents are caused due to carelessness of the drivers, and 9,928 people lost their life in 70,443 bus accidents in the past 10 years. So as a student, I found some techniques to prevent accidents. Innovation. In vehicle alcohol detection, biosensors on steering wheels can detect the presence of alcohol in the driver's blood simply through touch. If alcohol levels are more than preset limits, the vehicle is immobilized and the transport manager is alerted. This ensures safe driving every time. This biosensor is only present in cars. It must come to buses too. Intelligent speed assistant. Speeding is one of the three major contributors to accidental deaths on the road. This system uses GPS linked speed limit data or speed sign recognize camera to advise drivers of the speed limit and can even automatically cut off the acceleration. In-depth diagnosis. An advanced sensor can alert drivers in case of engine faults, damage indicators, or issue with oil tanks, transmission or exhaust system, which ensure more accurate and timely repair and advise breakdown and high maintenance experience down the line. Sometimes accidents can occur when a passenger put his hand or head outside the bus windows. An idea of an alerting system for bus drivers which enables us to know which passenger puts his hand or head outside the bus. How the sensor works. In vehicle alcohol detection, the system draws the driver inhaled breath into a sensor which measures the condensation of alcohol and carbon dioxide present. The known quantity of carbon dioxide in human breath serves as an indicator of the degree of dilution of the alcohol condensation in inhaled air. To determine how best install is set into new vehicles, essence research is begun undertaken of full understand the process of the breath steam after inhales and the breath distribution in the carbon both from drivers and passengers from possibly location includes the driver's side door and the steering column. Other approach under consideration is to have multiple sensors placed strangely in the vehicle cabin that could allow the system to determine that the breath simply is from the driver and not from other passengers. Advantages and difficulties that my idea might face. Advantages. My ideas can reduce the death rate and people might be using the transport system more than their private vehicles. As earlier, there has a fear in people and they might be feeling secure and confident to use buses. Difficulties. It might be expensive and take time for all the sensors to be fitted in all the buses. In Kerala, we have 6,241 buses. And thank you, Mahima ma'am and others for listening my innovation. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Ellen, for sharing your ideas with us. Now, lastly, I'm going to ask Anusuya to go forward and present your ideas with us.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, Anusuya, you can start.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, a warm good evening to one and all. My name is D. Anusuya Nair and I'm a student of 7E and I'm also a student of St. Thomas Residential School, Thiruvananthapuram. Today my presentation is about tracking device for dogs. Introduction. All of us love dogs and most of us have a dog. And today I'm presenting my project, a tracking device for dogs, before you. See, if you have a dog, you might know that you take your dog for a morning stroll or an evening walk. So what if one fine day you go to your dog's kennel and you open it and you find your dog missing and you desperately wish to find it. So today I'm having a solution for that and I'm going to share it with you. Dogs are called as man's best friend. And the two words, when I hear the word dog, the two words that comes into my mind, it is faithful and trustworthy. I hope that comes to your mind too. And dogs are good companions for life, and they also helps us to get into a good. They help us to get into a good mood, and they also cheer us up. So why did I choose this topic, or what is the logic or the story behind this? Actually, this is a very big story and it was a very elaborate story. I compressed it into a small story so that it could fit in this page. So I'm going to tell you how or why I took this topic. What is the logic behind this? Before the COVID-19 time, that is during 2020, before March, every day me and my brother, we used to go for a walk at morning 7 a.m. And there was a lane that was opposite to our house, and there were many houses in that lane. And in one of the houses, an old couple lived, Mr. Kumar and Mrs. Manjula. and they had a Labrador whose name was Toby. So some days me and my brother, we would also go accompany them, and they were great friends with Toby also. So last year on February 23rd, Toby went missing, and Mr. Kumar and his wife, Mrs. Mandela, they were so upset, and I was also very, I was very sad and upset. So since that day, I decided that I should do something regarding missing dogs. So I have come up with an idea, and I'm going to share it with you. And not to worry, he returned after 3 days, Toby, and nothing happened. My quest, it gave me these results. Tracking devices for dogs. There are tracking collars, tracking chips, GPS trackers, and injectables. We can now, I'm going to tell you more about these tracking devices. First one is tracking collars. What is a collar? A collar is an accessory for a dog that is worn around the dog's neck. So tracking collar is not like a normal collar, but it is having a tracking device that is inbuilt in the tracking collar, basically at the center part over here. Now, how does this help us? The tracking devices, it helps us in finding the location of the dog, and it is very easy to use. And it is also very comfortable for the dog. It fits in just like a normal collar, and it helps us to find missing dogs. Second one is tracking chips. So a tracking collar does not work all by itself. So it needs a chip that needs to be inbuilt in the collar. So this tracking chip, it is fixed in the collars, and only with this tracking chip, we can build a tracking collar. That's the use of the tracking chip. And GPS trackers. So we all of us have a GPS or a GPS assistant or the Google assistant. We are having that. It helps us to find the it helps us to find the location, not for dogs, but it helps us to find the destination where we are planning to go. Similarly, we must have GPS trackers for dogs also that shall be used with an appropriate app along with the chips that I mentioned earlier. And similarly, just think about a situation that when you are having a Bluetooth speaker or a Bluetooth headset or headphones, how do you make them work? That is, you pair them with your phone. Similarly, we can pair this, sorry, not Bluetooth, pair the tracking device with our phone so that using our phone, we can know the location of the dog, and through this method, we can ensure that it gives us the correct location. Now, what are injectables? We all take vaccination injections and booster doses, so do dogs. But how do we inject something that lets us know where the dog is or where is the missing dog's location? That is, these injectables, they are specialized microchips. I have mentioned chips earlier. This is a chip, and microchips, they are much more smaller than these chips. These chips, they are in the size of a fingertips, but microchips, they are the size of a small grain of rice. You can see a microchip over here, and these microchips are placed inside the body of a dog. So that helps us in finding the place of the missing dog or finding the location of the missing dog. Now, everything has some advantages and disadvantages and some difficulties also. So let me tell you what are the pros and the cons of these tracking devices for dogs. First, let's discuss about the pros. It helps in the location finding of the dogs, and it can be used anywhere. See, if you're going to a supermarket or if you're going to a restaurant, a hotel, a shopping complex, anywhere, this can be used. And it can be used in all weather conditions. Think of this situation. Your dog goes missing on a rainy day. So it will be very hard, first of all, because it's raining. Second, you don't know the right location of your dog. But with this tracking device, it can be used even in any weather conditions. This tracking device can be used, and this is dog and owner friendly. And the internally used MC as injectables are permanent.
We don't need to disturb the dogs then and now to take the first injection and the second injection. There will only be one injectable that is having lifetime warranty. And what are the cons? Knowledge of smart devices. There are certain people who lack adequate knowledge on smart devices, so it will be very hard for those set of people to to interact, not to interact, to know more. If you have an adequate knowledge on smart devices only, these things will be applicable to you and your dog. Now, the appropriate device, battery, and strength. You need your phone or your laptop or your desktop. It must be charged properly. So the time when your pet goes missing, if you don't have any battery on your phone, then you might not be able to know where your dog is. Externally owned devices may go missing or lost from the dogs. Previously, I discussed about tracking collars, and sometimes if we do not attach or if we do not put the collar properly, it might be loose. So, if this happens, the dog might lose the collar, or then if it loses the collar, we might get the wrong location of the missing dog. And the internally worn microchips may cause allergy to some breeds. See, some special breeds or some certain breeds, they are allergic, they are more allergic than the normal breeds. So for these breeds, the internally worn microchips, that is these injectables and all of that, it may be allergic to them and it may cause irritation to them internally. These are the pros and cons. And at last, I would like to thank Mahima ma'am, our mentor, and all the ATL faculty for letting me do this presentation. Thank you, my friends, for the patience, so that for lending me your ears and your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Anusuya, for sharing your wonderful and amazing and innovative ideas with us. So with this, we have come to the end of our project presentation. So I would like to thank all of you for giving your precious time and watching all the project presentation patiently. And I would also like to congratulate all of our 10 champs who have outdone themselves and have come up with these innovative ideas. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you.